Number 7 in the white is Rob Healy, the Army backup quarterback. There's the man who's done a great job today with evidently a bad left hand, Sassaman. First down in the fourth quarter. BC has the ball on the Army 31. Strachan comes through, 25, 20, 15, 10, and dice for the flag. He hasn't got it.
1 yard line. Here it is. The coach, there's Jack Bicknell, and he's giving signals to the quarterback. Now, he doesn't give the entire play. What he does, he just gives him the formation and the series. Now, the lettering or the words are so long as plays that the quarterback will call the plays in the huddle. So, Jack, what he's doing, just giving the formation for Doug Flutie to line up in, and Doug calls the play.
That's a 30-yard run by Strachan. Incidentally, the orange little piling there in the goal line is, if you hit that, it's a touchdown. It's on the goal line. He just missed it. So it'll be total yards, 3/4. Let's take a look at them. Rushing, Army 232 to BC's 93. Passing, 61 to 272. And BC has 365 yards to 293 for Army.
Well, coming into this game, Army rushed for about 298 yards, I think it is, or close to 300 yards, so they're right on target with that.
First down, goal to go. Out of the full house backfield. And we've got a touchdown. That's Strachan. Steve Strachan has scored his second touchdown.
That's nice. He got the ball down to the 1 yard line, and I think it's a good call by quarterbacks. If you have a man that gets that football down there, then give him at least an opportunity to get in to score. Here it is. It's a reverse pivot coming straight ahead. Strachan, both arms around the football, fighting to get into the end zone. As you can see, he put the ball across the goal line for the touchdown.
Well, that makes it 37 to 24. Kevin Snow will try the point. That's good. That puts BC up by 14. While they line up for the kickoff, we'll go away. And the Army bench, we have nearly a full quarter to go. 14:51 remaining. Army's been fighting back all day. And so is Mr. Flutie.
And Mr. Flutie. 2 Fluties.
They had a brother, play at Brown, good player at Brown. An athletic family.
Take a look at the runs versus passes. Army's run the ball 56 times. They've passed it 9. Boston Colley's got even distribution. They've run it 24 times and passed 25 times.
Here is Snow's kickoff. And they'll down it. BC has the win. Let's repeat that in the fourth quarter. Army is going against the wind. More punting to be affected than passing because Army hasn't thrown much.
I think the wind has really calmed down. I recall in the first half when there was a piece of paper on the field, that wind just took it and just blew it right off the field. But the wind seems to have calmed down a little bit.
Sassaman is coming out, number 11. Been tremendous running that option today. Either keeping it and picking up yardage or pitching out at just the right second. He has 73 yards running. And the first man through, the fullback, Doug Black, who's had a big day also. He's closing in on, he's got 88 yards now, Doug Black. He'll be back next year for the West Pointers.
And as I said before, that's tough yardage that he has to run because he's running. He's got to get by the nose guard, for example, also the tackle and the linebackers standing right there in the hole.
Benny White. Now they've got 2 wide receivers. Second down 8, Army. He keeps it. Look at him go. He's at the 30. He's at the 35, the 40. He's at the 45, and he's out of bounds. A big run by Nate Sassaman from Portland, Oregon. He slammed down there. He now has a 31-yard run on that one.
Boy, he did a great job on that play. Let's take a look at that side of the line. Here it is. He's faking. Now they're going to come down the line. Look at they're all bunched in. Look at that group right there. If he gets through there, it's all over. They're chasing also down the line of scrimmage. Now it becomes a foot race to the outside, and Sassaman is showing he has some pretty good speed. Also, you don't see in the picture, but Spellman, number 6, had thrown a block, looked around, and here was the ball carrier coming to get up and try to get another one.
And there goes Clarence Jones for more yardage. Army is shredding BC on the ground today.
I think you mentioned earlier that they found out that, or felt that they could run against Boston College, and they certainly, it's evident because they are doing just that.
They now have the ball on the BC 35, another first down. They've carried the ball from their own 20. Sassaman has gained over 100 yards on the ground. Look at that, 103, a quarterback, but a wishbone quarterback. He's got it again, and more yards. And there he is. He's knocked out on the 26 or the 27. Rod Russell drove him out, the left cornerback.
He's going to be a sore young man tomorrow. He came into this game with 3 cracked ribs, gained over 100 yards, as you just mentioned, and he took a pretty good pop right there. And you look at him going back to the huddle, his shirt is out. You know, he looks like an offensive lineman's supposed to look, getting battered and beat around, but boy, he's tough.
He has 114 yards. Black, the fullback, has 88 yards. It is second down and a foot for Army. Black gets over the 25 to the 24 on second effort. Chuck Gorecki had him in his grasp and tried to hold him. They just wriggled forward. There's Jim Young. His team has not quit one second today.
You know, they're a tough bunch of people. I know that yesterday when they were taking the headshots of the Army players, and Sassaman came by, and our producer Jim Shillman says, how are your ribs? And he said, cracked.
That's all?
That's it. What else is there to say?
Army on the BC 24, first down. BC ahead by 14. Sassaman has it going to the 10, still going, and a first down Army. 15 yards for the quarterback.
They are forcing that quarterback to run with the football, which looks like a mistake right now, because here he is, he's faking to the fullback. Look at that man come in and bang the fullback. Now he's going out, the trailing back is with him. They take off after him, leaving the quarterback all by himself. Now they figure maybe this young man's got 3 cracked ribs, he's sore, and maybe he isn't as quick as the running back, but he's doing an outstanding job. Here you take another look at it. Here's a fullback. He's going to be hit. Right there, bang, he's hit. Here comes the back, is trailing behind. He's got it ready to flip, but nobody is out there because you'll see not even in the picture. And here finally coming into the picture is the defensive back who covered the trailing back, so the quarterback had only one option. That was to run with the football.
I imagine BC will be glad not to see another wishbone player attacked this year, because Army now has 303 yards rushing. This team came into this game. Look at this. They've had 12 more minutes, and yet they're trailing by 14 points. One of the liabilities of the wishbone, if you get ahead, you just eat the clock and everything up. But if you're behind, it takes a lot of time running the ball like this to get back in.
Going back to what Jim Young said at the top of this show, you know, how would it do against Flutie? To keep him on the bench. And I think you don't really stop him. They've done really a good job of moving the football, as you mentioned, over 300 yards rushing, but they really haven't figured out how to stop Flutie.
All right, they have a first and goal to go, just inside the BC 10. A keeper, Sassaman pitches to the 5, and it's a touchdown by Jarvis Hollingsworth. Army comes right back and scores right down the field again.
Great block by the fullback, Doug Black. He's the guy that really was able to spring the back loose, plus the fact that Sassaman did an outstanding job of pitching the ball out. Here it is, faking it to the back going up. He's coming along the line of scrimmage, pitches it out. Look, 32 right there. Bang, knocks the cornerback out, provides the seam up inside. Into the end zone goes Hollingsworth for a touchdown. Another angle, here it is. Coming around, there's the block by Black, and here it is, Hollingsworth into the end zone.
That's an 80-yard drive by Army. They've had 3 long drives, and you just know they've got the feeling, hey, we can move this ball on the ground anytime we want.
They have done it ever since the last drive before the half ended.
There's a man who's done it, really. Sassaman. He's had great help from his fullback, but it's his option thinking. If they don't go for him, he keeps it. If they commit themselves to defensive end or a linebacker, then he'll flip it out. And he does it right at the proper time, a split second when you have to make the pitch. after the commitment.
You've got to be a tough quarterback because that's painful to just hop around there all afternoon.
Stopa's kick is good. So there's a timeout on the field with the score. Boston College 38, Army 30.
This is like a classic boxing match. The puncher, you know, against the real boxer. Here's the Army. They're the puncher. They're plugging away, gaining terrific yardage on the ground. And then the other side is the classic boxer who's got Flutie that can strike very quickly.
We should get a return now. And we do from the 15 up to the 25 and still going. They get it out of bounds on the 40. Kevin Sullivan wound up with it. There's Sassaman again, who's had over 100 yards running from the quarterback position. And as Len Dawson said, if he's not going to be in black and blue, man, playing with 3 cracked ribs, he's been hit constantly. He's carried the ball time after time and been smashed into in the secondary. That was the 80-yard drive. All right, BC's ball, first down on their 40. Trying to hold on to a 7-point lead. They're going for a major bowl bid, and they've got to win. It's complete to his brother, Darren. Darren's got it. It was a complete pass to the Army 46. Jim Gentile hit him.
Well, I tell you, he dropped back and looked like the Doug. Now, here you're taking a look at the secondary. You've got the tight end coming bottom right of your screen. He's dragging out. Right there, you see him. Now you see right in the middle is Darren Flutie between 2 defensive backs, and his brother Doug saw all of that. He was able to read the defensive players and got the football to the man that was open.
The whistle had blown after the ball dropped. First down, BC, Army 46. Hitting off his right tackle is Steve Strachan. Strachan has scored 2 touchdowns today. And Matt Buckner, defensive right cornerback, Jim Gentile again. Satellite Beach, Florida. There are 2 players on the Army team from Satellite Beach. It's on the Army 42. It is second down 6. That was Mike Ruth you were looking at.
You don't have to tell defensive nose guards to go sit on the bench and rest, because they really welcome the opportunity to sit down.
Army 4 down linemen. They were blitzing in the third quarter.
Coming again.
Here they are again. So they run a running play. That's Bell, and he just squirms and wriggles to the 40-yard line of Army. A 2-yard gain. Kelvin hit him, and Lloyd Walker, second-string tackle. See, now Army now, they know if they can stop them on any of these possessions, they feel they can get the ball with a lot of time to go and move right back down the field again, because they've proven that. They have done it consistently since late in the second half.
That's why they're in there now with 4 down linemen, and occasionally Pavic, the safety. He'll go after the quarterback. Looks like they're going after him once again. Here they come.
They're blitzing him. He throws. He completes it. That's Kelvin Martin again. And it gives Boston College a big first down.
Havoc came after the quarterback. When the area that he vacated, Martin just went down and turned around. Doug Flutie read that. Here it is, coming back. 1, 2, 3 steps, bang. Gets the ball out there in a hurry. Even though there's a blitz on, he's getting rid of the ball very, very quickly. He's had a short pattern called. Had he had one of those delayed patterns called, he might have been sacked.
Martin now has 6 receptions, 108 yards for him, and ran a punt back 45 yards for a touchdown. First down, BC, Army's 33. The give, sort of ganging forward, is Steve Strachan, the fullback. Boston's attack is a little bit limited on the run because they've lost an excellent tailback. Troy Stratford, their leading ball carrier, has had a hamstring pull the last 2 weeks. He should play against Syracuse next week. They'll need him. That's a tough defensive team, Syracuse.
They sure are. They thought he was going to play this week. They thought he was going to play this week, but during practice he re-injured the hamstring muscle and was unable to play today.
Second down 6 with a slot left. That's Kenny Bell. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. He runs for the first down. And Moore, he's out of bounds on the Army 15.
Oh, good job out there. Steve Trapilo, 65, the offensive right guard. He was out in front. Also, Strachan was also in front making the blocks. This is going to the tight end side away from the slot. Take a look at that right side. 65, Trapilo. Here he is coming around. Good block by the tight end, Giesel. And here comes 33 Strachan coming out there, getting in front of the ball carrier. That's the reason that plays are able to work, because you've got people executing on the line of scrimmage.
Bell has been an excellent replacement. He's not as good as pass receiver as Stratford. That's the difference. He's a good runner. First down, BC in the Army 15. Uh-oh, they've got him.
Yeah.
That's Tom Malloy, the right end. He makes the hit on Kenny Bell. There's a signal out.
There it is. That's the coach is giving the signals. Now, he's not giving the entire play, Kurt. He's just giving the formation. Now, once he's given the formation, the situation that they're in, there the quarterback, Doug Flutie, calls the play. He also has the right to change the play, particularly on the line of scrimmage. If he sees something, he'll audibilize.
38-31 BC. 8:52 to go. It is 2nd and 13 for Boston College on the Army 18.
Here they
Blitz.
come. Look
They're
at
blitzing. He rolls out and throws on the run. It is touchdown. Kelvin Martin again. The 3rd touchdown pass by Flutie in the game. A tremendous throw running left. A right-hander going to the left. It's a difficult toss, but he had something on it.
He read the blitz. He could see that. He knew he had to get out of there. He wasn't going to be able to go back in the pocket. Now he's going to the outside. The problem there is somebody should have been containing. Now, he not only threw the ball running to his left, but he had to throw the ball back toward the right side. An excellent throw. That ball was right on the money. A good throw, 17 yards. Here it is, coming back. The blitz is on. You know he's got to get out of there. Coming to his right. This is not an easy thing to do, believe me. Now, you take a look at him. See where he's throwing the football? He's not able to step in the direction that he wants to throw, but it's a perfectly thrown pass. 17 yards and another touchdown reception for Martin.
And the kick by Snow is good, and again BC goes up by 14. So that makes it, in a wild one, Boston College 45, Army 31. There he is, Kelvin Martin, 7 receptions, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, and a punt return for a touchdown. 3 touchdowns in the game.
Notice he's explaining how he did it. Simple. I just ran this way, the ball got there, and I caught it.
We'll let that one go at the touchback. So Army gets it again. They'll have the ball on their own 20. Again, they're down by 14 as they were at the half. And they put on 2 long drives in this half to score. They've had a field goal. They keep fighting away.
76 points so far in this game, and it's not over yet with 8:37 remaining. And here comes the quarterback out. Shirt tail is hanging. Boy, he's worked hard today, I'll tell you that.
This looks like the 76ers and the Celtics from last night, except we haven't had a fight yet. We're going to have a basketball score here, though. All right, Sassaman with the ball. There he goes again, and they hit him and drop him this time, but he got 4, and he's hit by that freshman linebacker, Bill Romanowski, who's roaming sideline to sideline.
That's his play, because what they did, they stopped the fullback, and they had the outside defensive backs making sure that the trail man does not get the ball. They forced the quarterback to run with the football, and the man that has to make that play is the linebacker pursuing from the inside out.
Look at those number of carries for a quarterback, 22 and 133 yards. Pitch, Hollingsworth sweeping, and it's just stopped short of a first down by Rick Nickerson. They'll put it on the 29-yard line of the Army. They'll have a 3rd down and a yard to go.
He could have had that first down if he would have kept going, really. He was trying to look for an open spot, but you got to know where that, he's angry with himself. You can see that. You got to know where the yard marker is. You get the first down first, and then if you want to make a move inside or outside or whatever you want to do, that's fine, but get the first down first.
Army having its first winning season since 1977, and they've had 1 winning season in the last 14 years. They go for the first down, Doug Black, and he has it. Mike Ruth hold him down, nose guard. Time remaining. Critical for the Army, 7:47. 4th quarter, 45-31, Boston College. Army going against the breeze, which has stiffened up a bit, about 15 miles an hour. Jim Young anxious there. There's the pitch. Jones ridden down, clearing Romanowski. What a freshman this guy is.
He really made a good hit that time. They did take away the quarterback option that time, that he was not going to get the ball. Here it is. Fullback coming in. You can see right there. The fullback, you can't throw it to him. Also, you can see right, defensive end is not going to let the quarterback carry the football, so it goes to the outside, and 53. Here he comes. He's the man that has to make the play. That linebacker in the inside has to make the play, inside out.
Second down 7, Army from their 37. Bassman's got it, and he's just to the 40. This is sort of a linebacker's dream playing against this offense. It may be a nightmare, but for a fellow as good as this freshman Romanowski, this pursuit back and forth on that option, if you're any good, boy, he's getting all kinds of chances today.
Well, that's true. What a linebacker really doesn't want to happen is to have somebody run straight at him. They have a big offensive guard coming up in your face. Most of the time here on this wishbone options, the linebackers are not blocked.
3rd and 3. Army's 40. They've got him. They stopped him. Tony Thurman came up, number 17, who leads the nation in interceptions, but he's also a good hitter in the secondary.
Well, he's a hard hitter, and that time he was not concerned about the pass whatsoever. He was playing run all the way, and he came up from his free safety position, which ordinarily he'd be 10, 12 yards deep from the line of scrimmage. He came up aggressively and made that stop.
They'll almost have to go for it. They're behind by 14. 5:52 to go. They're on their 41 with a 4th down and a long one. Bassman keeps it. Tosses. They've got it. They pitch it to Clarence Jones. Perfect timing on the pitch by the quarterback, Sassaman. Neil Eiton dragged him down. But here's a perfect executed pitch.
Yes, it is. Here it is. You're going to see right at the last instant, he's going to pitch it. But he's thinking about running. That he said, no, there's no way that I could make it. Another good point is that fullback's got to get out there and make a block on the man on the outside. Doug Black, number 32, did that. Got the ball to Clarence Jones, and his quickness got them the 1st down on the 4th down situation.
Army's on their 47. They're trailing by 14. Sassman is going to throw the ball. It's blocked. And coming in on that play is Chuck Gorecki, the defensive right end, the junior from Paoli, Pennsylvania.
I'll tell you, if he'd have been able to get that ball off, he had a man going down the sideline that was wide open. It was Hollingsworth was wide open down the left sideline.
Second down, 10 Army. Listen to these figures. For Army, rushing, the quarterback Sassman, 137. The fullback Black, 93 yards. The halfback Jones, 80 yards.
That's why they call it the option, because you get 3 people there with an outstanding statistic.
339 yards rushing for Army. Here's the option coming up again. Hollingsworth turns it up. Gets over the 50. Into the BC 49, where he's taken down by Rick Nickinson, the left end. There's Doug Flutie looking on. Can't do much now, Doug, standing there.
The linebacker's off the screen. They're getting cut off.
Look at him analyzing it. Linebackers are getting cut off, he's saying.
That's right. You get somebody out in front of the linebackers, make them run around a block.
3rd down and 6 for Army. A pass play. He throws. It's dropped. It's dropped there. Benny White had it for a 1st down right in his belly and couldn't hold on to it.
Can't ask for it any better spot than that. Sassman's really done an outstanding job today. Boy, he's taken a pounding out there. You think, well, after all the times he's run the football, all the knocks that he's taken, whether he'd be loose enough to throw the football, but that time he was right on the money.
4:40 to go. 45-31 Boston College. Army's had the ball in possession time, much more than BC, with the style of attack they have. I don't know how this will come out, but I'll give this Army team credit. They've come back into real competitive college football. Here's another pass. This one is complete. Drop! He couldn't hold on to it. He had it going down, and it was Benny White again, and he couldn't hold on to it.
Well, that was a
difficult
much
catch.
tougher than the other one. The other one was right in his hands. That was thrown behind him. He had to dive after the football. I don't believe it hit the ground before he got his hands on it, but that was a much tougher catch than the one before.
All right, we've been talking about the Army rushing. Let's talk about the Boston College passing. Let's take a look at Flutie today, who became the all-time NCAA passing career leader. Moved into 1st place ahead of Ben Bennett of Duke and Jim McMahon of BYU. He has thrown 28 passes, completed 19, 311 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
He'll keep it on the ground now, though.
Kenny Bell. Bell goes to the Army 46. Tackled that time by Mike Sears, the left tackle of the Cadets. Look at that, Florida walking away from Georgia, 27-0. And Miami being tested a little bit in the second half. 24-21 over
24-0, I think.
Pittsburgh ahead of Tulane, 21-10. West Virginia is closing in on Rutgers, 23-19 in the fourth quarter. Second down, 6. BC on the Army 47. Strachan stopped cold. Number 46 got to him. Bob Olsus, the nose guard.
Doug Flutie just trying to buy some time out here. 3:43 remaining in this football game. Trying to get a first down running with the football, but he's in a position to have to throw it now.
Houston ahead of Texas, 26-13. Texas number 3. BU leads Connecticut 21-17 in the fourth quarter. Dartmouth 24, Brown 3 fourth quarter. It's third down and 7 for BC from the Army 47.
He's going to throw the ball. Blitz is on.
And no good.
Oh, wait a minute. Gieselman is looking at his ankle down there, as you can see. He must have twisted it.
Got Gieselman, the tight end, trying to turn around. Penn leads Harvard 10-7 third quarter. And Virginia 38, North Carolina State nothing. TCU, Virginia, South Carolina, the surprise packages this year in college football. They're attending Scott Gieselman, the Boston College tight end. And we're going to be back with 3:12 remaining in the game, 45-31 BC. Scott Gieselman limping off. BC's been badly hit by injuries the last couple of weeks, and they've got tough Syracuse next week. They hope that tight end will be all right for him. He's important.
Yes, he is. It looked like the pass was thrown behind him. He tried to stop and got his cleat stuck in the turf. They're going after this punter.
Steve Peach gets it away. A high, short kick. And Silver is down on his 12-yard line. Army a long ways to go now. 88 yards against the wind, trailing by 14 with 3 minutes and 3 seconds remaining.
I believe we're going to have to discard the wishbone here. They're going to put that ball up in the air.
Start that wishbone, their passing game is to make it look like an option run, and then he quickly stops and fades back to throw.
The problem is now with 14-point lead, 3 points to go, they're not worried about the run. They're not going to go for the fake.
That's Jones. It's away and it goes out of bounds on the 17 of Army, a 5-yard gain. They stopped the clock with 2:52 to go. Now they say it didn't go out. No, the clock's still going. Second down, 5. Looked like he went out.
That's true, talking about the wishbone and the problem right now when you're down by 14 points. The clock is your enemy.
The only wide receiver out is Benny White, number 6. There's a tight end moving around. And up they go to the 19. Clarence Jones again, number 40. He's approaching about 90 yards in the game. Black has around 90, and the quarterback, Sassaman, has 133. Yeah, that's the trouble. Here they are. They're down to 2:10 to go in the game. They're trailing 14, and they've used over a minute in the last 2 plays.
Right. They don't have what you call a 2-minute offense.
They've got a 6-minute offense.
No place to go.
Down he goes on the 17-yard line. That's Bill Romanowski, the freshman. John Bosa, the right tackle, pouring in on him. And now Army has a 4th down coming. You'll be hearing a lot of that kid. 53, just a freshman. 13 tackles last week against Penn State. He's been all over this field today. There's Cowboy Jack, who's never been west of Worcester. He has. They call him Cowboy because Sassaman gets a big hand, and he should. A very gutty and brilliant performance
He did something to his leg. I noticed the last couple of plays, maybe a cramp or something. Yeah, it looks like a cramp, but he was out there rubbing his leg.
What a game he's had. Playing with 3 cracked ribs. Healy's in there now, and they've got him on 4th down, and BC will take over in Army territory, and that should just about wrap it up with 1:25 to go.
And I'm sure that McNell is not really interested in scoring. But...
All right, we're going to be back here with a score, 45-31 BC. Boston College will have the ball on the Army 18. Every game's a big one for BC. They're looking for a major bowl bid. I don't mean a minor one. I mean a big one. And they've got a tough schedule, though. They had Army today, a good team, a fired-up team. They have Syracuse next week, and then Miami, down in Miami. That's not a good team. That's a great team. Coming through to the 11-yard line. Then they close off with Holy Cross. That's Strachan carrying the ball. They're down to 1:15 seconds.
I said McNell really isn't interested in scoring. He's going to keep the ball on the ground, but you can't tell the offensive linemen don't block and the backs don't run hard. They are going to.
We have 1 minute coming up to go. BC has 2 losses. If they lost another one, they might be eliminated for a major bowl, but they'd get a good bowl bid. But they want to go to one of the big ones. There's Flutie's stats. And again, they just run it down the middle, across the 10 to the 8. I tell you one thing. This squad of Army deserves a real welcome home by the Cadet Corps.
They've really fought hard, and I look at the quarterback, Sassman, and how hard he is performing, particularly under the conditions. 3 cracked ribs. I've had those before, and believe me, it hurts to take a deep breath, let alone run the ball for 130 or 40 yards, whatever it was.
Rutgers beat West Virginia. Yeah, this squad deserves a great welcome home, this Army team. They played their hearts out here today. Flutie goes down. And that should be it. There he is, the all-time career offensive leader of college football and the all-time career passing leader of college football, Doug Flutie. Now, he'll be the first to tell you how Army fought him. Great game. Great college game.
Yes, sir. Boy, it had a terrific running attack by Army, terrific passing attack by Boston College.
Final score, Boston College 45, Army 31. We're going to try and talk to Doug Flutie down on the field if we can corral him and get a mic on him. And you're setting the passing record right here at home, where I know you wanted to set it.
That's right. I was hoping we could do it here at home in front of the home crowd, my last game here, and I'm glad the offense gave me the opportunity to do it.
Doug, I said the Cadet Corps should give this Army team a great welcome when they get home.
You better believe it. They're an outstanding football team. They run the wishbone better than anyone I've ever seen. And Sassler, quarterback, is just an outstanding athlete, and they really played hard all the way to the end.
All right, thanks, Doug, very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be back with a final word on today's game in just a moment. This is the Cat Sports Network.